JaySpeaks is a series started by me where you ask me questions and I give answers to them. Today is the first episode of this where I got some many questions in Discord and in my YouTube comments here and there. So first of all, what is your real name? Well, it's in my channel that I have revealed my real name before, which is Orgho Sarkar, which is ARGHYASARKAR. Then, what is your favorite distribution, Linux distribution? Well, for now, my favorite is I have actually three stuff at my favorite. One is Endeavor OS, one is Manjaro Linux, and one is Arch Linux. So basically, three are the Arch-based distros, and as I said in past few videos that I love these Arch-based distros because of the comfort they give to me. And Vanilla Arch, I like it. I like setting it up and how it gives me freedom to install all the software I want, and that's all. And Manjaro I use as my daily driver. Well, it's pretty smooth, pretty fine distro. Some people hate it, some people like it. Haters will hate, lovers will love. That happens to every distribution. That's not just Manjaro. Then, are you a programmer or designer? Really, I don't really know. I like I like web designing. I like programming. I like graphic designing. So I can be both. Um, I have skills for both of the stuff, and I do both of the stuff. But yeah, more of it I am a programmer because web designing is one-way programming, and I even do machine learning and all. So that's all I do. My stuff is that I don't really, for now, I don't really target stuff. I make random projects and I just learn. I just broaden my learning scope for it. Who introduced you to programming? So, I was introduced to programming few years ago, by Avanindra Chakraborty, who is another partner of this channel, and he basically introduced me to programming. And I don't know where he got his stuff from. Well, but I know. He introduced me to programming, where he told me that do you want to program something? I said the first impression was that no, it's boring. Why don't you play games instead? And yeah, that's pretty unexpected results. But yeah, and and that was kind of that was kind of really funny. And then he introduced me to print hello world, like most people start, and then I explored the programming world, and now I'm in love with it. Then, what is your favorite programming language? Well, not really do I have a favorite programming language. Most have their own uses, but if I tell overall, then there will be two, which are Python and TypeScript. TypeScript is JavaScript with types. It's a superset of JavaScript, and it's pretty popular in 2021. And JavaScript has gone a lot down of TypeScript because it's trash syntax, and it's some of the irritating features of it. So comment below if you want a tutorial on web designing and web development. So I will surely make it. Then, what country are you from? I am from India. And interpreted or compiled languages? Compiled languages. Well, I just said my favorite languages are Python and TypeScript, but by that I didn't mean that there are no more. I like C++, I like Java, and I like Golang. So I really like these stuff. The thing is that compiled languages just make it a little bit faster, a little bit the process becomes a little bit better, and compiled languages are generally faster than the interpreted language is executing, and I really like their syntax. Then, and another question is your views about Steam Deck. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good idea to integrate gaming with Linux, because the biggest thing that nowadays people are facing, that is that for to shift to Linux, is that you can't game on it. Most people think this, but yeah, I know, I tried gaming on it, and you can game it pretty well. So this is a wonderful initiative by Steam, which can bring some games into the Linux world, and that would be awesome, because more and more people start to shift. And I also guess that most people will shift to Linux for one reason, till 2025, or in some in some future years. And why do I say so? Well, the thing is that Windows 11, as you can see, the first of all, most of the world runs on Windows. So Windows 11 doesn't support old hardware, and that's why. And Windows 10 will be discontinued soon, and that time what will people do? Stay on a discontinued OS, which will become vulnerable, or they will buy a new PC. Well, why not shift to Linux? Because you get most of the software there. You can use only Office and all. If you want alternatives for MS Office, I will make a video on alternatives. And this was it. And the next question: when did you start coding? As I said, a few years ago, 2019. And how did you feel when you entered the world of Linux? Okay, so I was really having my hard expectations on it, because I was terribly irritated with Windows, and I have expressed my frustration in one of my past videos, from where I shifted to Linux and told why it's awesome, why it's good. That time the video production quality was a bit low though. But yeah, I was pretty excited. I started with Ubuntu, but the thing is that Ubuntu, it didn't really suit me. I guess it was too buggy for me and too ugly. It was not my taste. Then I shifted to Linux Mint, where I stayed for a few months, but I wasn't really satisfied, because every week or so I used to hop to two distros to see what's perfect for me. Then I came across Manjaro, and I'm in Manjaro for 6 months, and I have not distro hopped, to be honest. If not trying other distros, and doing them for production. Suppose for making Debian packages, I keep a Debian OS handy, because I need to make Debian packages for my developed software, and that's the only use out there. Or sometimes I fire up VNs for rel based distributions. Then who's your role model? Steve Jobs. Who's your best friend? Again, Avaninda Chakraborty. And what is your favorite Python module? I guess Beautiful Soup, PyTorch, and Click, which is made for CLIs. What's your favorite text editor or IDE? VS Code and Vim. Vim or Emacs? Again, Vim. Favorite Office suite? My favorite Office suite is LibreOffice and OnlyOffice. And favorite software: GIMP, Steam, OBS, and Vivaldi, VS Code. These are I can't really tell. I use most of the open source and free software with no spyware and all. Favorite distribution: again Manjaro. I have already told this. So this was it. These were a few questions for the first episode, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I answered your questions. If you want any to ask me any more questions, you can just comment down below on any of my video, and I will read all your comments, and I will surely ensure that your question is covered if it's worth covering. Because some ask questions like what is death, what is life, what is this, what is that. Well, just keep into the topic of the video. And that was it for this video. Let's end it. Goodbye.